Hello, I'm Barbara Dertina, and I am the founder and CEO of Wellness Matters You Matter. And one of my passions is the process of divorce. I thought it was going to be a mutual divorce, and it was a mutual decision, and it turned into a high conflict. Situation, and I didn't really have a lot of coping skills because actually I stayed too long in that marriage, and I was really beaten down and um, emotionally a mess, I guess. I that word is escaping me. I'm sorry. So over the years, I've studied and learned, and I've gone through a lot of things because once you have been in a very high conflict divorce, it doesn't necessarily end at that moment, and the impact that it brings to your children. My background is also early childhood development, and I've had some trials and learned a lot about other kinds of things and factors that affect ourselves and our children. And I want to bring that to you. These are things I wish I had known then that I know and have studied now. You can't dive deep at this time. You're going through so many emotional feelings, and you've got attorneys usually, and you've got children, and you're holding down a job oftentimes, or figuring out your finances, how you will operate as a single parent. And so there are so many factors to consider. But I know for me, I stuffed so many things. I didn't deal with them at the time, or I didn't have emotional tools to use that would help me stay calmer and make better decisions, to get better sleep. And I think that is so important during this time frame. And there are simple hacks and things that you can do. And also, there's a frame of mind to look at things in a different way so that your journey moving on in your next chapter can be smoother and easier on you and your children. Because I deal a lot with trauma. Trauma accumulates. If you can mitigate it and lessen the impacts of those things at the time, because let's face it, family court and the laws in the United States, at least in many, many other countries, are not really there for keeping our children safe and for keeping our relationships manageable in a way that benefits our children with co-parenting. It's it's often causing animosity between each other. And it's built that way through our legal system and family law. I didn't know that at that time that I was divorced. So I hope you'll join me in this 4-week course. It's a Zoom 1 hour once a week. We are not going to go into deep, deep, heavy things, but I think you will find these simple things and perspective of things to look at this time that you might not be considering, to help you through this process and make it easier on you and on your children. And then we will have Friday off, we call office hours, where you can pop in if you would like to. How is your week going? There's support from others, and there will be a private Facebook page with inspiration and daily things that you can do, or questions you can ask each other, and support from other people. I feel it's a very reasonable price, and you can message me on that, because I know for me, it being unstable or so emotionally upset by the things that my former husband was doing after being married for over 20 years, I was hurt and shocked. I didn't know how to deal with those feelings. I didn't know how to deal with feeling that the law was not fair or just. And I have to tell you, it's not. I didn't accept that, and I didn't understand that at that time. So I did a lot of emotional traumatizing to myself, and I want to save you from that. So join us, and I believe that it would have saved me a lot of money on therapists, on attorneys, on decision making in the divorce process, and the relationship with my children, having just these simple things to look at, to do, and some tools to take away for myself and my children. And so respond. You can reach out to me, please. This class starts February 15th, and it will be an ongoing thing in months to come. Thank you so much. I'm sorry you're in this situation, but I hope that it's a good choice for you and that you know that you can have a really happy and healthy life going forward in the next chapter of your life if you really take the time to think about it, to accept it, and to know how to move on.